I remember the exact moment she said it. Her tone was casual, almost indifferent, as if she were talking about the weather. "We're going on a family cruise. Just us. You're not invited." I sat there, phone pressed against my ear, waiting for her laugh, the part where she'd say it was a joke. But the silence that followed wasn't playful. It was absolute. I didn't argue. I didn't beg. I let the quiet stretch until she finally asked if I was still listening. "Yeah, I'm here," I said. And something inside me shifted. It hadn't always been this way. I once believed family meant loyalty. I thought blood alone was enough to hold people together. When I handed my mother the keys to that $900,000 house, 3 floors, marble countertops, a view worthy of a postcard, I did so with trembling hands. She cried that day, hugging me so tightly I almost believed every word about gratitude and pride. She said I'd changed her life, that I was her greatest blessing. I should have known better. Gratitude in her world expires quickly. The signs were subtle at first. Missed calls answered with short, curt texts. Family dinners where my seat had mysteriously vanished. Quiet remarks about how lucky my parents were to have a home gifted to them, as if it had nothing to do with my years of hard work, my sweat, my battles with debt and rejection. Then came the cruise. Not an invitation. An exclusion. My mother, telling me I wasn't family enough for her vacation. That was the proof I needed. Not that she didn't love me, I'd known that already, but that she assumed I would always give, no matter how cruel she became. She was wrong. I didn't yell. I didn't cry. I researched. The house was mine. Every nail, every tile, every slab of marble belonged to me. I'd been foolish enough to let them live there, but not foolish enough to give it away. While they packed their bags, I called a realtor. The market was hot. Offers flooded in within days. I signed the contract the night before their ship sailed. Paperwork moved faster than their cruise ship. By the time they were sipping cocktails in the Caribbean, the house was no longer theirs. I drove past the property the day the movers arrived. I didn't step inside. I didn't need to. Watching strangers carry out the furniture my parents once boasted about was enough. Each sealed box felt like a stitch closing the wound they left in me. I left no traces. Utilities cancelled, mail redirected, even the lawn service terminated. The house was no longer a sanctuary. It was just another line on my bank statement. When they returned, I was waiting. I parked across the street, windows down, as their taxi pulled up. My mother stepped out first, sunglasses perched on her head, laughter still lingering from the trip. My father followed, dragging suitcases plastered with vacation stickers. Then they saw the sold sign staked in the yard. The laughter died. I watched from the shadows as she stormed up the driveway, fumbling with keys that no longer fit. The door didn't open. The windows didn't budge. Their home, my house, was gone. She turned, scanning the street in panic. When her gaze landed on me, sitting calmly in my car, I lifted my hand in a small wave. Not mocking. Not cruel. Just final. She crossed the street, fury in every step. "What did you do?" she demanded, voice shaking. I met her eyes. "I sold the house." Her mouth opened, then closed. She glanced back at the building, as if it might suddenly welcome her inside. It didn't. You can't do that," she stammered. I leaned forward. "I already did." Her face crumpled, disbelief, betrayal, as if I had wronged her. As if she hadn't cut me out first. I didn't explain. I didn't try to make her understand. She never would. The taxi driver eventually helped them with their bags. They stood there, stranded on the curb. No keys. No home. No control. I drove away slowly, savoring the scene in my rearview mirror. I thought I might feel guilt, regret, sadness. But as city lights blurred past, I felt something sharper. Freedom. 4 years, I'd been buying love. Through money, through sacrifice, through pieces of myself. But love that requires purchase isn't love. It's leverage. And I had taken mine back. Their cruelty had taught me something vital. Family isn't who shares your blood. It's who stands by you when the world turns cold. And if they choose to cut you out, you cut deeper, cleaner. I gave them a house. They gave me betrayal. In the end, I gave them nothing.